Hey guys, it's Laurie. This is going to be a review of my latest candle obsession, which is 1803 candles. I hadn't heard of this company until, I don't know, I guess it was maybe about a month ago. I saw somebody talking about it on the Candle Corner Facebook page, and I think I went to the website and was like, oh, okay, that's cute, yeah. I noticed that their candles are pretty pricey, so I didn't like immediately take interest in them. But not long after that, I saw a review of, I think it was one that Brett did on yummy pumpkin seeds. And I don't know, I think really what appealed to me was like, I loved the way his voice sounded in the video. And the way he had everything set up, it just made the candle look so appealing. And I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna, take a look at them again. So I ended up going through their website and creating an account, and also putting some things on my wish list. And there was a couple things that jumped out at me, but not a whole lot right away. Well, yeah, and I didn't immediately make a purchase just because of the price. I said I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold out to see if they do some kind of coupon code. Well, I kept waiting. I was checking every day for, I don't know, probably a week or so. And of course, like, that just made me more antsy and anxious to get a hold of some of these. And, I also looked up the closest store to me that carries these candles is like 3.5 hours away. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, probably ordering online is going to be the way that I go. So, so finally there was like a day, it was a Sunday, a couple Sundays ago. The weather here was like very fall, like it was dreary. It was like borderline cold. It was awesome. And I had at one point, I think, opened my back door and I was sitting at my table, and it felt like fall. And it made me really want to get some of the candles that I was interested in from this company, because they were like, fall type scents, like spicy. And I thought, this is going to be like the perfect kind of scent to have on, this type of day. So I ended up breaking down and placing an order. And I told myself, I said, okay, don't look at their Facebook page, because what's going to happen is they're going to have a coupon code after you've placed your order. But then, like, I was looking through the Candle Corner Facebook page, and of course, like, somebody posted that there was a 10% off code. I think it started like that Tuesday. I was like, oh, this figures. So I tried calling them, and I kept getting a busy signal. I think it was like 2 or 3 times I called. I also like sent them a message through their website, like the contact us feature on their website. Nobody responded. So, and I actually posted about this on the Candle Corner page. And I was kind of disappointed, because like, it's not so much the code itself. I think it would have saved me like $6, which is not a big deal. But, the fact that, like, if they had told me, no, we won't apply the code retroactively, that would have been fine. But it was like, just the fact I couldn't get a hold of anybody and nobody responded to me. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. So anyway, I decided not to let it bother me too much. I was just gonna, kind of move on. The candles actually arrived very quickly. They were at my house before the end of that week. I want to say like by Thursday, I had received them, and I had ordered on a Sunday. So Anyway, so let me show you what I got. I did end up placing a second order, and just because I got like more excited once my first order arrived. So I'll show you what I got for my first order. I did pick up one of their wax melts. This is in the Essence of the Bean line, which is, I think, some of their scents blended with a coffee fragrance. And this is Farmhouse Brew, which I forget what all is supposed to be in this. Go on their website and look at the scent descriptions. Very interesting consistency of wax. Oh, also the wax melts are $5.50, and they're kind of the cheapest way to try some of the scents if you want. But this wax is like, it's kind of flaky, and it is, 100% soy. And then, yeah, it's just an interesting consistency. It's kind of a flaky, chalky, but somehow oily type of wax. And very cute. They put like little oatmeal flakes or whatever, and then coffee beans, on here. And this one smells like that really strong, rich coffee scent. If you're familiar with Swan Creek Candles roasted coffee, this is what that smells like. And I don't know that I'm really getting any of the other things that are supposed to be in here. I think maybe there's supposed to be like an oatmeal kind of scent with some probably spices. But I have melted this one. I really did enjoy it. It was pretty strong. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, I wanted to get some candles, and decided to go with the small size just to kind of try some things out. And this one was actually in their like discontinued products page, so I really wanted to get it. And that is the scent Toasted Marshmallow Spice, which I think it's supposed to be like marshmallow and like a caramel drizzle and some spices. This one, oh, by the way, this size is like their 6.5 ounce, and it's $10.99 for it. Yeah, I mostly get like a spicy vanilla kind of fragrance from this. It's pretty nice. It's not completely unique, and the throw so far hasn't been super strong. I'm actually kind of wondering if like some of these need to cure for a little while before I burn them. But anyway, and then the burn on this one, like my others have pulled out all the way. This one I don't think I let burn as long the first time that I lit it up, so that's probably why there's like some wax, it's starting to tunnel, but I'm going to try to let it burn a long time this time. Like I said, the other ones I've burned have done fine. So yeah, so this scent is okay. It's not my favorite of the ones that I've purchased, but I don't know, it's fine. I'd be curious to see how it performs with the wax melt. Okay, I'm going to move this to the back. Or wait, actually I'll keep it up here. The next one is one I knew that I had to have. This is Wood Stove Pie, and I believe it's supposed to be like a vanilla custard kind of scent. Yeah, it's pretty rich. I haven't burned this one twice, or once. I can't remember. This was the first one that I burned, and I really didn't get much of a scent from it. And that's what made me wonder if I needed to let these cure. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a light one. I'm going to let it sit for a little while before I try burning it again, and then do like a warm review of it. But I love the jars. I like this kind of size and style. I've really been into kind of smaller candles lately, for whatever reason. Okay, then this one I was unsure about. I didn't immediately want to get it when I found out that it was a clove scent, but I love the name of it. It's called Old Dough Bowl, and it's basically crushed cloves is the description, And I've smelled fragrances that are clove fragrances before, and sometimes they are just so overwhelmingly strong. I can't deal with them. But like I said, it was one of those days where it was cold outside, and I thought this is probably going to be a great scent to burn on a cold day. And I'm really glad that I got it because, yeah, it is going to be perfect for those cold days. It is strong. Usually these kinds of scents are. And the nice thing about this one is it doesn't just smell like clove. It smells like there's a little bit of like a fireside, like a burning wood kind of scent in it too. So it's just very nice. It's very comforting. Yeah, I'm definitely on those cold winter days that are going to be coming, hopefully. I'm going to have probably my windows open. I'm going to have some sweaters on, and this is going to be burning. So, yeah, I'm crazy like that. I love to have, on cold days, I love to have the windows open and just like bundle up. Don't ask. I did want to try one of their more spring-like scents, and I loved the name of this one, so I picked up Seed Pots and Blooms. I wanted to see kind of what else they could do other than like a bakery, spicy kind of scent. I have not melted or burned this one yet, but this smells pretty much identical to Yankee Candle's Green Grass. So it's got like that green scent with like definitely some botanical fragrances. It's very like, think spa. It's a pretty scent, very pretty. A little bit perfumey. So I'm excited about that. And I actually already have a list of other fragrances that I'm going to want to try in the springtime. I think Salt Box Blossoms is one of them. There's one called like Leaves, Petals, and Vines. I can't remember what else, but yeah, very excited. Oh, Driftwood Shore, I think, is another one. And while I have this up here, look at the consistency of the wax. It's really interesting. You can see it like spiral. It's almost like they start, I don't know, at the center and go like spiral out, or they start out on the rim and spiral in. But it's, oh, the wax is such an interesting consistency. I love it. It looks like, I don't know what it looks, kind of like snow or something. So I'm excited to try that. I may burn this one pretty soon to see how it does. It seems like it's going to be strong. And then the last candle I got in that order was the Biscuits and Honey. And I have burned this one as well. This one I think was fairly strong. Yeah, it was nice too. I actually brought this over to my parents' house, and the room that I stay in whenever I stay there, is a really good room for burning candles, I find, because there's like one location when I put the candle on the end table next to the bed, it's kind of in the corner of the room away from the door, and like the scent really pulls out into the hallway. So usually like candles that are kind of like weak, they don't have strong throws, when I burn them over there, I can usually get a scent from them if I put them in that room. So I did that with this one. And I mean, this one may be, strong anyway, but the scent on it was fabulous. I really, really liked it. It's, again, kind of that warm bakery scent. It's kind of similar to wood stove pie. So if you get one of these, you may not really feel the need to get the other one. This one is definitely, I would say, stronger than wood stove pie. So that's nice. Now, as far as like the biscuits and honey part, I don't know. There's just a general kind of breadiness and sweetness to this that I don't know if I would say it's a true biscuits and honey kind of scent, but it's good. I like it. Okay, and then they had also sent me, I don't have it up here, but I'm going to show you something similar. They sent me a free sample of one of their soaps, one of their soap bars in Mistletoe Kisses, and I loved it so much that I had to pick up a bar in my second order. And this is it right here. I'm going to pull it out real quick. It's funny because I wasn't immediately drawn to it or impressed with the fragrance, and I just kept smelling it, and I fell in love with it. I used it a couple of times, and it just started to really make me think of Christmas. So, it is so, oh, it's so beautiful, the scent of this. So yeah, this is in Mistletoe Kisses, and you can see there's like little flakes of, I don't know if those are like, I guess that's really dried herbs in there. But yeah, it just, I smell this and I just think of Christmas. This is it. So, I'm excited to have this. This was pretty pricey. I think it was $7.50. Anyway, so getting on to my second order. In my first order, there were a couple scents I wanted to pick up, but I was really trying to limit myself. But then after I got this order in, and especially like getting this soap in and smelling it, I was like, oh, I should have gotten some Christmas fragrances, like, a pine fragrance or something. And I kept thinking about it. And before I knew it, I was building another cart. And I ended up, I think it was last Thursday, it was October 15th, I placed this order. And I got it today, which is October 20th. So that's like a 5-day turnaround time. That was awesome. Okay, and so I picked up some Christmas fragrances. I was originally like going to get a couple of things, and as I started looking through their scents, of course, I found more stuff that I wanted. I was like, if you don't get it, you're gonna regret it. You're just gonna want it. So yeah, I ended up spending more than I wanted to, but that's okay. Okay, so I did get some more wax melts. This time around, I picked up Homestead Holiday. If you can see, that's really cute. There's like some actual, is that like fir needles? And for these, they tie it with a little bit of like fake garland. So this one's pretty nice. It's a very, I don't know how to describe it. To me, it smells kind of more like a spruce scent. If you guys kind of know the difference, it's hard to explain the difference between those. But if you think like Kringle's, blue spruce scent, I'm getting more of that vibe with this one than I am with like the Mistletoe Kisses. So this is nice. I probably wouldn't get this one in a candle. I'm glad that I only got it in the wax melts because it's not, I don't know, I like the Mistletoe Kisses better. So, but it's pretty good. Another one, this one, they said is, I think, one of their very popular fragrances. This is Cabin on the Hill. And I wasn't sure about it, so I just got the wax melt. And this one is probably my least favorite out of everything that I've smelled. I'm not getting much of a scent from this, and I don't know what, I think it's supposed to be like a leaves. What's in the description? I know leaves were in the description. I can't remember what else, but I'm not getting much of a scent from this. And there's some note in there that I'm not crazy about. So yeah, not a huge fan of this one, but we'll see how it does when it melts. And then this one. Okay, so in my order, it was pretty funny because I wanted to get Christmas in the Mountains, and that's what I planned on getting. And I got this and I was like, okay, yeah. And I'm smelling it. I'm thinking, it's supposed to be like a blend of, I think, toffee and then the coffee. It's one of their essence of the bean. scents. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, this doesn't say Essence of the Bean on it, and it doesn't have the same label as this one. And I'm like, huh. So I look and I'm thinking, oh, this is Christmas at the Farm. So I guess this is the scent that they combine with the coffee to get Christmas in the mountains. So they sent me the wrong fragrance. And actually, I was like, okay, well, I called them right away earlier today, and like, they answered the phone. I was like, what? I was just so amazed. And, and I explained what happened, and she's like, oh yeah, just keep that one. We'll send you Christmas in the mountains. So that was pretty awesome. And I do have to say that I like this one. It's just that rich kind of maple or toffee scent. I have this one melting with buttered maple syrup from Crossroads, so I can't really tell like which one is putting out the scent that I'm loving, but I'm gonna melt this again with just by itself to see how it does. But yeah, I don't have Christmas in the Mountains to show you, but I imagine it'll smell like this one, but with coffee added. Okay, and then the candles that I got this time around. One that I had been thinking about getting last time was Northwood's Cabin. And this is that. This actually smells very similar to Mistletoe Kisses, which I have. I did get a candle in that as well. And they smell exactly the same. I don't know if they're supposed to be the same scent. But anyway, this is Mistletoe Kisses, and you can see on their holiday scents, they put like a little, garland around the candle, and then there's like some glitter on the top here. Really pretty. So, yeah, that's really interesting. I wonder if that's supposed to be the same thing. I did see that, I think I noticed on their website as I was looking through the scent descriptions that there's another scent maybe in their holiday line that has the same, or another scent that has the same exact description as Christmas at the Farm. It's like buttered toffee and cinnamon muffins or something. So I don't know if they like relabel Northwood's Cabin for their holiday line or whatever, but it is a good scent, so I may like gift Mistletoe Kisses to somebody actually. And then the other not holiday one I got was Spice Box. Just loved the name of this, and again, kind of been wanting spicy things and like woodsy tree kind of scents. And this one smells pretty similar to Yankees Home Sweet Home. So yeah, there's the cinnamon, the clove. I think it's supposed to have nutmeg and allspice in it. Yeah, it smells like Yankees Home Sweet Home. Which is not my favorite scent, but I'm kind of not surprised by that. Okay, this one is Nostalgic Goodness. And this is supposed to be, I believe, like gingerbread, sugar cookies, and a little bit of peppermint. And I have to say that I think that this is my favorite so far. You really can smell all three of those things in here. The gingerbread, and then the dash of peppermint, which really brightens it up and makes it a little extra festive. So I'm excited to try this one. And again, we've got the pretty glitter here. And here we have Sleigh Bells and Snowflakes. This is, I think, is supposed to be a peppermint vanilla kind of scent. And it smells like Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean Noel. Maybe with a touch of peppermint added. Or maybe Vanilla Bean Noel has peppermint in it already and they've just never told us. Maybe that's what gives it its unique scent. I want to eat this one. Oh, it is so good. So I'm impressed with this one too. And then the last one I got is Pine Needles and Berries. And I think this is supposed to be a cranberry and spice fragrance. And I don't normally gravitate towards cranberry, but I did love the name. Yeah, cranberry. It's not a super tart cranberry. It's more on the sweet end. And there's some woods in there. The cranberry is similar to Bath & Body Works, to the cranberry in Bath & Body Works Cranberry Woods, but it's not as like cedary as that one is. It's pretty nice. I don't know where the pine needles are supposed to come in, but anyway, yeah, so that's what I have so far, and like I'm already making a list for stuff, more stuff that I want to get, because like I said, I have become obsessed with this company, and looking forward to getting you guys some reviews, some individual reviews of these fragrances. Anyway, so yeah, if you've tried 1803 before, let me know what you think and what your favorite scents are. And I hope you enjoyed this and this helped you make some decisions if you've been thinking about placing an order with them. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.